The silence after the lights died was suffocating. Meera's breath came in jagged bursts, her back pressed against the cold wall of the auditorium. Kabir's silhouette loomed in front of her, his features hidden by the fractured glow of her shattered phone screen lying between them. The buzzing had stopped. The taunting voice that filled the hall moments ago had gone silent. But the air carried the weight of something that had not left. Something watching. Meera. Kabir's voice was a low rasp, taut with unease. We can't stay here. Her chest heaved, words choking her throat. Were you hiding from me? He didn't answer. Instead, his eyes darted upward, to the balcony, to the shadows pooling like liquid darkness. His hand twitched as if reaching for her, but he didn't move closer. That was when the sound came again. Not a voice, not a phone, a scrape. Slow, metallic, like a blade dragging over steel. Meera's stomach turned cold. Her fingers trembled as she pulled the chair she had used earlier, clutching it like a shield. The scraping grew louder, then stopped abruptly, cut clean as though whoever made it wanted them to know it wasn't random. Her lips parted in a shaky whisper. Who's there? No answer. Only silence. And then, a whisper of laughter. Not Kabir's. Not hers. From above, spilling into the hollow of the auditorium like a taunt. Kabir stiffened. His jaw clenched. We're leaving. He grabbed her wrist. Not violently this time, but firm, urgent. Meera resisted for half a second before the air itself seemed to grow heavier, pressing her to move. Together, they sprinted toward the side door. The handle resisted. Kabir slammed his shoulder against it once, twice, and on the third crash, the door splintered open. A rush of damp night air filled her lungs. For a fleeting second, relief washed over her. They were out, but freedom did not come. The corridor outside was darker than the auditorium. The dim bulbs overhead flickered weakly, casting jittering shadows along the peeling walls. Their footsteps echoed against cracked tiles as they ran. Behind them, the auditorium door groaned open again, slowly. Too slowly. Someone had opened it. Meera glanced over her shoulder, her heart ramming against her ribs. A shape stood in the doorway, motionless, watching. Run, Kabir hissed. They didn't stop. Through the maze of hallways, past broken windows and dripping pipes, until the stale smell of dust gave way to the faint scent of rain. They burst into the night. Outside, the city was not asleep, but it felt abandoned. The streetlights glowed weak and sickly. The rain had stopped, but the asphalt gleamed wet, mirroring distorted fragments of neon signs still flickering in the distance. Meera's chest burned, her breath sharp. She bent forward, hands on her knees. Kabir, who was that? His face was hard, tense. Not now. We keep moving. He tugged her down a side street before she could argue. They ducked under the eaves of shuttered shops, weaving between stray dogs sniffing at piles of garbage. The sound of footsteps echoed faintly behind them. Not hurried, not chasing, just following. The hunter's patience was worse than pursuit. Meera's hand trembled as she gripped Kabir's sleeve. It's him, isn't it? Whoever sent those messages. He's here. Kabir's jaw tightened, but he didn't answer. That silence told her more than words. They reached the edge of a bazaar. By day, it must have been crowded, shops spilling color, voices shouting prices, children darting between stalls. But now it was a corpse of itself. Half the shutters were down. The rest hung crooked, some rattling faintly in the breeze. A single bulb buzzed above a tea shop, swaying, throwing long shadows across the broken pavement. Meera slowed, every nerve in her body screaming to turn back. Kabir, no one's here. That's the point, he muttered. We can lose him here. The bazaar stretched like a labyrinth. Narrow alleys splintered off, crammed with forgotten carts and collapsed awnings. The deeper they went, the darker it became. Somewhere in the distance, a dog barked, sharp and sudden, before cutting off. Meera shivered. The sound of their footsteps bounced back at them, multiplying until it felt like an army walked with them. And then, faintly, another sound joined. Not behind, not ahead, above. A creak of wood, a shift of weight. Someone was on the rooftops. Kabir halted, looking up. His hand went to his jacket, as though searching for something, a weapon, perhaps. But there was nothing there. Meera whispered, "Who's following us?" This time, Kabir looked at her. The hardness in his eyes cracked, just enough to show fear. Her brother. The words knocked the air out of her. Rhea's? He didn't nod, didn't confirm, but she didn't need him to. A shadow flitted across the rooftop, gone in an instant. a predator circling above, deciding when to strike. Watcher POV. I had led them here, step by step, every turn chosen, every alley narrowing like a snare. Kabir thought he was clever, that he could shake me off in this maze. But he didn't realize I built the maze. And Meera, poor Meera, she clung to the man who had once sworn to protect her, not knowing he carried the weight of blood on his hands. Not knowing the girl who died screaming had a brother who would never forgive. I watched them from the height of the bazaar's old rooftops, my eyes never leaving her. She wasn't guilty. Not directly. She was the thread tying it all together, and if the thread snapped too soon, the whole web would fall apart. Not yet. Not until she remembered. I shifted, boots grinding against cracked tiles. Below, Meera stiffened, glancing up. Her instincts were good. She felt me, even if she couldn't see me. Kabir pulled her forward, deeper into the dark, and I let them go for now. Meera stumbled on a loose stone, nearly falling. Kabir caught her, pulling her close. His hand lingered protective, but her body recoiled. "Tell me what happened," she demanded, voice breaking. "What did you do to Rhea?" Kabir froze. His eyes flickered, shadows moving inside them. For a moment, he almost looked like the boy she once knew, guilt softening the edges. But then he hardened again. "Not here," he said, his voice a low growl. "He's close." As if on cue, a shutter banged open down the lane. Wind or a hand? Meera couldn't tell, but she knew one thing. Whoever was hunting them wasn't stopping. Her phone buzzed in her pocket. She pulled it out with shaking fingers. Another message glowed on the cracked screen. "Every step you take tonight brings you closer to the truth. But truth has a price." Her blood ran cold. She looked up, eyes wide. "Kabir, he's toying with us." But Kabir wasn't looking at her. His gaze was locked ahead, at a figure standing at the far end of the lane. Still, waiting. Meera's breath caught. It wasn't a watcher. This was someone else. Someone who wanted them to see him. And in that moment, Meera understood. The hunt had only just begun.
This video is original creation of Mended Souls. Please do not copy. And follow Mended Soul for more stories.